I'll be more radical than the former speakers. I don't think we are living in a transformation. It's not a transformation, it's a revolution. And in a revolution, you have winners and losers. And do remember that the history of our automotive industry is a cemetery of famous brands. Where are the Hispano-Suiza? Where are the Pontiac? Where are the Wartburg? And so we will have to understand that in the years to come, our world, in the industry, in the car manufacturers, for the subcontractors, equipment manufacturers, a lot of them will disappear. I'm sure there will be mergers and that will accelerate, and we will see this all around the world, even in promising countries really pushing hard our industry. I was in China in July, invited by my friends of CAM. It's true that they have too many brands. Let's talk about the same brands 10 years from now. We'll see less. And it is something we have to accept. I always say that our auto game, because it's a kind of game for me, I love automobile. In the game, you have three players. You have the industry, which means the manufacturing plus the services, because we are not sell and forget industry. No, we take care of what we sell. You have the governments and you have the consumers. And it's like in a sci-fi movie, they have to be at the same level. There has to be a connection between the three. If one is not in connection with the others, we have problems. And it's true that from what I've heard right now, industry is pushing hard. The average article in the press about investment is always around $1 billion from the auto industry. So I think we are the only industry accelerating so fast in the ecological transition. And governments, yes, governments are helping sometimes, suddenly retracting, then coming back. Everything that is a disaster for industry. We need regular regular help from the governments and consumers. Yes, Sigrid, you told about Sigrid. They don't understand really what are the products we are selling. And I was at the Paris Motor Show. It's very good for the motor shows. I can tell you that motor shows are climbing in number of visitors because consumers don't understand what we are selling. So they are asking questions about what is the battery? I don't understand. Do I have to buy it or lease this car? Plenty of questions. And remember that by the past, we love the cars, we are car guys, fanatics, but a lot of our consumers never open an engine and just start the key and that's it. So it's really important for us, and that's a big job at OICA, to make the customers understanding what are the products of the future, what are the constraints. Yes, charging stations are not there. And if you have the map of Europe, in some countries it's really bad. If you have a world map, it's worse. I think that if I am in Peru, close to Machu Picchu, where is a charging station? And in other places, in town, in cities, you found them. So I think that we are coming to years of explanations, years that will be difficult for some manufacturers. Some will be the manufacturers of the future. It's true that geopolitical affairs are changing this world. By the past, geopolitical was only for defense, aerospace. Now we are on the front page of every CNN report, and that's a changing, a major change. What I understood, and I don't want to be the guy that is breaking the ambience and everyone will commit suicide after my speech. So what's positive is that we see that the people need auto. They need auto and they need trucks. If I look at the trucks, 85% of transport is made by trucks, not by rail. So the battle is won. You can upgrade the rail transport, okay, but we're starting from 85%, and it's a changing world. And for the cars, it's unbelievable when I see all the young kids in China, in Indonesia, in Thailand, how they are willing to have cars, because for them it's freedom. Freedom has to be understood in every nation's culture. I think it's very important. Freedom to be a good citizen with having a family and a car, helping the national industry. It is something affecting a lot of people. And freedom to drive in the west side of the USA, as we have seen in many, many movies. So we are keeping this dream. The dream is alive in our industry. And you have a lot of young kids, I've seen them, that are willing to have a kind of PlayStation in their car. And that's wonderful. And we have countries, and in Europe it's quite impressive. We have countries where you don't have public transport, and you will never have public transport. Public transport is costing a lot, and it's costing a lot with the taxes, with the people paying taxes for governments or local governments. A car, you assume the cost. You pay your car, so you pay your mobility. And it seems that for the young people wanting to escape their parents to find partners, it's mandatory. But think about also the nations where we will have more and more aged populations. In Europe, with our friend in Japan, we will need to still have mobility for the aged people. And it's true that it will be a challenge for the manufacturers. You don't design a car for Chinese 35-year-old customers the same way you do it for Francois Roudier when he will have 85 years old. So this is what we have in mind. It's difficult. There will be leftover in our history, in our future history, but the dream is alive, and we have a wonderful future to develop cars in many ways in the future. And I'm not even entering the subject of artificial intelligence that may change everything, that may make the autonomous car affordable. Because I would conclude on this, then, behind all this technology thing, transformation, ecology, and so on, the most important word is affordability. If people can buy your car, it's not mandatory to build it.